Yeah, okay. So, I always start talking too early. So, hopefully, I didn't start talking too early this time. Tried to wait like 10 seconds. So, today is Saturday, March 26th, 2022. And I'm out in the desert of Southern California. It's 4:30 and it's 75 degrees. It's beautiful. And I'm about to climb Oakzanita Mountain. There's the peak. Now, the internet says that this is the trail to the peak of the mountain, but nothing down here, see there's the top, says that that's true. So I would think there would have been a sign like this that says to the peak and not just that it's a mountain. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully this will take us there. Oh geez, that's really funny. A little stitch. Watch out for those. We can take our dogs. Is that a gun? Did somebody post that? I wonder what that means. Is that somebody do that on top of that, or was that supposed to be there? I doubt it. Looks like somebody put a gun on there. So bring your stitches, bring your guns, and go on a hike up a mountain. I have my green headband on, which makes me feel like a Ninja Turtle. My green Ninja Turtle, is that what it is? Cowabunga dudes. The trails go all over. All right, this is gonna be... All right, somebody on the internet said that this trail is 6 miles long, which with basic calculation says maybe it could take me an hour or something, an hour and a half or more. But she didn't say if that's 6 miles up one way or 6 miles total. Because if it's 6 miles total, this hopefully shouldn't be too big of a deal. But if it's 6 miles one way, it may end up being dark before I finish whatever this is. But I got batteries and lights. I'm ready for everything other than being bit by a snake. And there's rattlesnakes out here, and there's scorpions, and well, everything. I'm about to go by myself too. This is like, we'll find out how real nature this is. Nobody was parked over in the trailhead. Nothing. And I almost brought my scooter with me. Well, I did bring my scooter initially, my moped thing, over here because it's like a mile from the campground. And then I felt sketched out because there was just nothing. Like if you go back and look at that spot, I don't know how well I showed the parking area, but yeah, cars go by and there's some sitting there watching. But you know, that's the problem with having a cool moped scooter thing, is it's just the most stealable thing in the world because it's lightweight. Man, there's a trail that way. This is gonna be the problem if it's dark, because these are not very defined. I mean, there's the extra trails. You could get lost out here. Maybe that's what this will be. This is about to become a weird... This is a weird indie horror movie. I got my stick. I hope you guys can hear and see everything. Hopefully we're good. You just walking the trails. Oh yeah. And everybody's probably out living their lives because it's probably nice in most places right now. In America, at least. So nobody will watch this probably. Not right now, at least. Not live. That's okay. There's another mountain. Really big mountain over there. You're going to find out how bad shape I am. Like how out of shape I am. Because... I have to flip back and forth a few times because it gives me wide angle lens. There was a different setup where it didn't have to do this. I'll have to figure it out, but yeah, you guys are gonna find out how out of breath I get walking and then talking while going up a mountain. And I wore pants because I figure it might get cold if the sun goes down. But you wonder, it's freaking hot. 75 degrees. People said there's horses that go up these. That'd be crazy. That would be pretty awesome. Oh, I saw a critter. Did you see that? What was it? It's most likely a squirrel or a bunny. But there is chances of other things like tarantulas. I've seen lots of jackrabbits. That's mostly what it'll be. Horse poop. It was actually just a tiny horse. Horse poop. Horses going up this. Seems like that'd be pretty intense for horses. But I mean, they're way stronger and better shape than I am. But still. Is there still a camera delay even without my headphone? I'm not using my headphone mic. I'm just using the camera. Because I kind of figured out that when you're out in the middle of nowhere, and like there's no noise or wind, that I can just use it normally and it'll sound pretty good. Pretty crazy. I feel like this is gonna weave back and forth forever. And then I'm gonna wonder how far I've made it. I have a feeling that's what this whole thing is. Really hot and sweaty already. Mom spaghetti. Hot and sweaty already. Oh yeah, look at this freaking mountaintop. Man, horses got to do this. I feel like horses don't want to do this. I mean, I know they're definitely capable, but man. You guys know mountain hiking makes you tired? Yeah, it's a thing. There's the mountain. Look at the little caves up there. Whoa. You see those two black dots? Right over there. Huh. I wonder if you can see those when you're up there, or if you go around. It's probably some weird thing. That'd be cool to go camp up there. I'll bet people have. Gotta move, gotta keep moving. Somebody said it takes 6 miles. I don't know whether it's 6 miles one way or all the way around, but we're gonna find out. But I gotta start moving. The sun will most likely be going down if it's that far by the time I'm coming back. Hopefully it'll be okay. We gotta find rattlesnakes or scorpions or tarantulas or skinwalkers and aliens. We'll just go that route. That route always seems to be the funniest, for me at least. Or is it real? I mean, it's not necessarily funny. It would be pretty weird to have that happen. Most likely my live stream would cut out right at that point. Because I did this other live stream a couple days ago from my scooter, like my extreme off-road moped scooter rides. And there's so many Border Patrol agents. Like, I found out that the people in the green trucks with the headlights, or I mean the siren lights, they're freaking Border Patrol, dude. They're ICE. They're coming to stop all the people. from coming in. And there were, if you watch the RV drive I did yesterday, there were a bunch of checkpoints for immigrant checkpoints. And they were shut down when I was there, but they usually stop people and stop and search your vehicle. It's literally a stop and search your vehicle thing. And since I'm in an RV, I mean, I was live streaming it. It would have been kind of cool to see what they do. But man, I bet they'll give me shit because I have an RV and I don't know. Right? It makes sense. People may be trafficking in an RV. I saw a bunch of semis and I was like, dude, they're all the border patrol or border inspection people are closed. So all those semis are probably just full of people. It's crazy though. It's probably true. That's the craziest thing, is that that's got to be true, because they do that. And it's like, how many vehicles was I looking at while riding on the highway that were just full of people, probably like crossing the border right there? That would have been crazy. You wonder. I mean, they were certainly eyeballing me, but I look like Iron Man. I probably look like a freaking enemy of the state. It's like you either it's like they either love Iron Man and War Machine or they hate him, right? You're either saving America or the enemy, because you can do more than them. I saw this funny video where this person took a inflatable doll and then strapped it to a drone and then was flying it around giant cities. And then it ended up on the news as a news report of a guy with a jetpack flying around like Iron Man. And I thought that was so funny because the person who made it made a clip of them strapping that thing together and then flying it around, and then it ended up on the news. So that's kind of part of why you shouldn't always listen to everything they say about things happening in the world on the news. Because you know that crap's exaggerated. Or under-exaggerated. You really will never know. It's just not true. Not that anyone wants to know that. It's not that I'm saying anything profound. No one cares about my opinion on that. I don't even care about my opinion on that. I don't really care about most of the things I'm talking about. That's not true. But most of the time, most of this stuff I can't do anything about. So most of the things in the news are just these huge things that you can't, it won't ever actually affect you probably. All right. Whew. Sweaty balls. What are you, a sweaty hippie? I mean, I'm pretty much a hippie. I don't really call myself that though. I mean, I have a bunch of friends that are. Maybe I am. I really don't care. Don't call me names, man. Talking makes this whole thing even harder. I have a big backpack on, which I brought way too much crap. Go subscribe. Hit the like button. Ring the bell. Look for tarantulas and rattlesnakes and scorpions. They're probably under rocks, you know? But I'm not going to play like moving rocks to find dangerous stuff. That doesn't really sound like a fun game. It would be kind of fun. Except for rattlesnake kind of might be like a flip the rock and explode in your face, like opening one of those cans with springy snakes inside of them. You just flip the rock over and it friggin' goes for you. That would be intense. I guess if I had a video of it, it might be worth it. Then again, at this rate, I'm pumping out so many videos. People are having a hard time following along, I'm sure. But go watch anyways. Keep watching. I mean, like, my mom thinks that I have too much stuff, but it's like people will go binge watch shows. They'll watch like 100 episodes of shows that are 1 hour episodes each. So, you know, on Netflix or something. Or they'll listen to podcasts. To me, this is kind of like a podcast. It's like a visual podcast. It's like I walk and then I talk. I tried to think of topics. Like, I really got to have stuff to talk about. And, you know, one thing that I sort of mentioned when I was driving is, like, what's the inconveniences of RV life? Well, I'll tell you one thing I don't like. It gets old real quick. Is if you're moving around a lot and you're in somewhere like California or Florida, the RV parks sell out every weekend and all the time because they're such hot tourist spots. So basically, when you want to, like, renew, if you're like me full time, I have to just be somewhere, and doesn't always matter where. You know, prices matter, some things matter, but really you do just have to be somewhere. And when everybody sells out, you don't have to end up in the middle of nowhere in the desert because there's nowhere left. And yeah, maybe I should plan further ahead, but kind of RV life is not really about that, I don't think. It's never been about that for me. It's always been like winging it. I like go to local places and then I'll hang out like in the hot tub. Like we have a hot tub here and the hot tubs at other ones. Or I'll go to a bar. You go to a bar, go to the hot tub, up to the front office, and then you talk to the people, locals. And then you get information. Because you kind of tell them what you're doing, what you're looking for. And you always seem to get information from a bunch of people who will lead you in the way of cool stuff. Because the internet does a pretty good job of suggesting stuff sometimes, but people always nail it. I've never not had a good suggestion from a person. Like, for real. Why do these rocks just split so perfectly, right? It's so weird. Is it aliens? Those are all over the place. I mean, that's apparently where we're headed, I thought. Feels like we're not even close. I think I'm clear over here. It's gonna end up being a 10-hour stream, dude. Maybe I'll break it into parts. I don't walk fast. Well, I can walk fast, I'm just not. Why would we do that? There's where I'm going. So you see how that doesn't feel like it's very close? Because it's freaking not. I thought that's where we're going. I really don't know. I mean, everything's named after Oakzanita. So I would have to assume the epic peak that I see over there is called Oakzanita. There's another mountain range in the distance that looks just as epic, if not more. And I'll bet you can climb it because there's tons of trails in this area. I will say that this area, if you're a trail person, is like holy grail. The holy grail of the trail. But holy crap, man. No jokes, we're out in the middle of nowhere. I feel like I gotta keep my phone charged because this will probably get dark. Look at how cool this is. Wow. That's freaking massive. What if that just fell right now? I'd probably die. People are definitely checking it out. Wow. Really epic. Can't really dawdle, man, because I gotta go. I'm supposed to be going there. Damn, I wish I wouldn't have wore pants. I wish I would have wore a different pair of pants. I'm gonna wreck these pants. I love these pants. They're just black sweatpants. They're nothing special, but they're good for everything. Nothing like a good solid pair of like nice sports sweatpants, even though mine aren't nice. They're cheap actually, but cheap doesn't mean they're not nice if you buy the right kind. And then, you know, I just wear tank tops in my white trash, but a black tank top is like garbage. It's like you can wear it, you can buy like 10 of them for like no money, and then if you don't like it, you just throw it in the garbage because it's basically just garbage, like underwear. Oh, look at this fire road. All of a sudden it went from being out in the middle of nowhere to being like somewhere, right? I wonder if I could have came in on this trail. That would have saved me a lot of whatever that was. Creek Trail, Lower Descanso. So that wasn't the right place. Man, I don't know what I'm doing. This sucks. Dude, Google told me this is the spot. I knew it wasn't the spot. So that wasn't even probably the trail. Probably haven't even started. I almost made it to the top of whatever this is. I feel like it looks like you could run up that thing, right? It doesn't look far or big, but it probably is. I want to go there. I don't feel like I'm going there either. I don't see any people. I did see caves though. You saw those weird caves earlier. I want to go see what that is. You can't see it from that angle. There's a person. Well, could have rode my bike down here, which would have made this a lot easier. Seems like we're getting a lot closer to something that matters. That's what I thought. That trailhead seemed like it wasn't important enough to be the head of the trail, right? Whatever's at the end of this probably leads to that. Because now we're headed in the right direction. So is this like a prequel? I almost don't know if I shouldn't start the episode over. Well, not over, but started another one. That wasn't very exciting. Again, maybe it's more about what I talk about sometimes than what's actually happening. We're just walking and talking. Whew, I'm sweaty. Sweaty pants. I can still see that guy. If whatever's at the end of this doesn't lead us to the top of the mountain, it's all over. It's all a waste. Probably should have brought some ibuprofen with me. That would have been a good move. In case I start aching. We're definitely headed towards the mountain now. That whole thing was just a waste of time. Man, Oakzanita. You know what I need? I need a lot of things. Or I need nothing. You should leave a comment and see if I can see it, person watching. People. Or leave a comment on the video if you're watching later. Tell me what you thought sucked. That's what most people do. This is getting tiring. And I haven't even gotten anywhere. I feel like there's all the steep stuff. I've been walking for like 25 minutes. You have to keep track because it takes that long to get back. Why do I rhyme all the time? Should I start freestyling? I can freestyle a little bit. But I don't really call it rapping. I mean, you can go look at my music. I've done freestyle, live looping. There's where we're supposed, I think where we're going. I don't know anymore. This feels very far away. I feel like I should have taken my bicycle down here, right? Like that guy's still riding. Could have saved all this energy. Easy to under guess. Is that what it is? I don't even know if this is where I'm supposed to be walking, to be honest. Maybe this leads to nothing and it's just a fire road. If that's the case, then I have no idea what I'm doing. But, you know, this isn't really about that. I mean, I did have the goal of wanting to get to the top of a mountain. But if we don't achieve that, you know what we achieved? I don't know. If people that like watching this, maybe this is what they like. I don't know. Take you on a nature walk with me. The RV Pirate. Sparky Sin. Seth Churchill. I have like 5,000 like identities at this point. I'm like a rapper with like 20 names. Go look it all up though. Sparky Sin and the RV Pirate. Damn. We're not going towards it. I mean, I guess maybe we have to go around. Dude, it's not looking good though. This is gonna be the dumbest walk ever. You know, you look at how long it took you to get one direction and then you assume it'll take you at least that much time to get back. So you only walk like an hour if you want to walk an hour back. And that's not always 100% correct, but pretty much. It's good enough. I figure I'm probably going to be walking in the dark, which is not really advised, but that's how I roll. Just going too late. Going out too late and screwing things up. What do we do now, guys? I'm supposed to be climbing that mountain that I'm walking away from. Maybe I'm climbing a different mountain. Maybe it's not a mountain at all. I feel like I'm on a road now, though. And this isn't a trail. And if bike riders are going down this and not coming back, that's not good. That either means it keeps going or it's huge. You know, it's not a good sign that I feel like I don't see any people on top of these things, but maybe they're not always there. Or you just can't see them. Lots of walking, and walking's really slow. You know, for a viewer, I guess if, you know, you really wanted to soak it in, there's gotta be bugs. Where are the scorpions? Okay, here's something. State wilderness boundary. What do you think that means? No rent. To Oak Harvey Moore. Man, I'm going the wrong way. This better be the right way. I'm not going that way because that's further. I know I looked at the map a bit, okay? I'm sort of prepared sometimes. I sometimes do things sort of correctly sometimes. It's all nonsense, but that's okay. Isn't that what we're here for? Just total nonsense. Oh, yeah. Just say, oh, yeah, all the time. So, you know what? I'm going to try to pick up where I left off. This is so not a cohesive thing. So, it's talking about the negatives of RV traveling, right? A million years ago. Like, maybe like 15 minutes ago. But I think having to find new places, even if you're in a non-popular area, having to renew and re-up all the time really sucks. Checking into new places, figuring it out. That can be the most fun part and the most annoying, depending on your mood. The constant searching on the internet and getting rejected, finding out they can't book you is one of the worst things. Also, like, lots of places, especially the further out in the middle of nowhere you get, don't have a website. And if they do, there's a lot of them that just want you to call them instead of book online. I hear bees. The other thing I forget is there's killer bees in the ground. Yeah, dude, that's a thing. Killer bees are in the ground around here. That's another thing I forgot to mention all the time. I heard buzzing back there. That's why I brought it up. Probably could have been. Don't think I want to mess with a bunch of killer bees in the ground, though. That seems like a dumb idea. Like, I like cool footage, and maybe this video is lacking in excitement. I don't know. Look at this fire route. This is what you go, where they go when everything's on fire. Because California is always on fire. That's what they say. That's what they say. Well, I did bring road beers, so I could be drinking while walking up here, but not sure how much of that I'm gonna do right now, because this is looking to be pretty tiring. I don't think being drunk on top of that's gonna help me. I think I'd get drunk really easy too, because, you know, I didn't really eat anything either, which was probably a dumb move. I have some food with me though. Look, is that a cave? That looks like a video game quest. It's Skyrim. Go right there. Right there. Is that Skyrim? I think it is. Doesn't it look like it could just run forward? Just like run up the mountain. But it's not even close. Like, that's an impossible amount of bush and weeds. I mean, look in front of me. That's what it looks like everywhere. Look at those poles. Those look man-made. There's like these poles. See those two sticks in the middle? They look like man-made. That looks man-made. Whenever you see stuff weird, that doesn't look normal. This is actually just a video to show how out of shape I actually am. I mean, I'm probably in more shape than a lot of people, but that doesn't say much, because I'm also out of shape compared to like a lot of people. But comparison is the death of joy. That is that Mark Twain? Samuel Clemens? I don't remember what it was. Either way, comparison is the death of joy. Is something to think about a lot, because I constantly compare myself to people and things I'm around. Wow, this whole trail, I probably could have taken my scooter almost all the way here. And you're probably not supposed to, but I like to break the rules. Then again, this is a fire route, so it's probably like a federal law. Probably don't want to do that. But I feel like I'm in the middle of nowhere. It's like there's nobody really checking. I saw 2 bike riders and they never came back. So either they're climbing the mountain and it's a good time, or they're dead. Or there's like more, or it's like most likely a through street. Almost feel like I gotta take another selfie video, because this scene right here, Oakzanita. This is what it's all about. Simple. You hear how quiet it is? You just hear birds. I'll take a short